Libra, hi, how are you doing? You have Mars in your first house. How is your anger? How is your resentment? And how is your frustration? Or if you have any Libra placements, when that Mars makes a conjunction to your placements, it might be a little anger release. And you know what's actually interesting is, right, I'm about to film your video, obviously. We're talking right now, Libra. But a thunderstorm, a random thunderstorm is on and just came out of nowhere. So if you hear thundering in the background, if you hear lightning in the background, I feel like that is so just Libra energy right now. You guys are the thunder and the lightning, and you're coming. Hi, my name is Jenny, by the way. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for this video. I'm going to be going over the astrology transit highlights from August 18th to the 24th, and then we will end with a card pull. So have a little fun. But let's just get into it, Libras. So on Monday the 18th, we will wake up with a Gemini moon. This is your ninth house of growth and expansion. You know, Gemini moons, we could just feel a little bit more busier in the mind than normal. If you have late degree Libra ascendant or Libra placements, the Gemini moon is going to be making a trine to your placements. So your sense of self and where you're looking to grow and expand. Monday morning is a really good time to take some time out and understand, like, where am I going? Where am I going to expand? Where am I looking to expand? Some of these questions might come up. But then at 2:05 p.m., we will go into a Cancer moon. The Cancer moon will immediately square Saturn, square Neptune. That's happening from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, you know, some of you could have some issues at work. I mean, Cancer moons, it's your 10th house of career, public image, and it's making a square to your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So some of you could have some difficulties at work, miscommunications at work, maybe dissatisfaction at work, like feeling dissatisfied. Keep in mind, the moon transits go really quick, Libra. So it'll pass. It will pass. But what I do love, okay, is Tuesday on the 19th, the Cancer moon will make a conjunction to Jupiter at 5:02 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is expansion. This is your emotions and your expansion and your optimism on the same page when it comes to your public image and career. So even if you experience a little tension the night before with it, Tuesday you can get the answers. You can feel the optimism. Some of you might even can utilize this transit. Like, go with your emotions is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just... Ooh, this thunderstorm. I don't know about you, Libras, but when there's a thunderstorm, I feel the energy of Gaia, and I'm just anyways, I know, I'm weird. But I'm a Libra, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus, so I feel like you guys are my people right now. Libras are my people. You accept my weirdness. You get it. But this is a beautiful time to understand where your emotions are at when it comes to your career. I don't care if you're in a career that you already love or in a career that you hate. This is a good time just to get them on the same page when it comes to your optimism, growth, and expansion. You could also ask for a promotion during this time. Keep in mind the moon, though, it moves really fast, and that conjunction to Jupiter is happening at 5:02 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just keep in mind that this is really it's a short span. It's like if you're going to ask for promotion, if you're trying to further yourself in your career, it's a short window because the moon moves really fast. So, but this is a beautiful transit, like Tuesday, and the moon's going to be applying to Jupiter all day, getting away from that nasty square to Saturn and Neptune. So it's going to be a feel good. It can be. It depends on where your mindset's at, and of course your own birth chart. You have to understand your own birth chart. These are just the external transits and your own placements. It can be a really amazing day for a career, a feel-good day when it comes to your career. As well as Wednesday the 20th, we wake up with a Cancer moon, and the Cancer moon will conjunct Venus at 7:27 a.m. You have Venus and Jupiter in your 10th house of public image and career. Okay, this is two benefics working together in your favor. Yes, you might have other shit going on in your life, Libra. Mars in the first house, so is life. It is. You're going to have more energy. That's the positive of having Mars in Libra. Libras is having more energy and more drive to do things, which is so great for career, right? We need energy and drive for career. But this is the time to focus on this. I don't care what relationships are going on in your life, what relationship dynamics are going on in your life. The astrology right now, Libras, calls for you to focus on your career. Like, that's where you're going to find pleasure, your joy, you're going to find opportunity. It's just, it is what it is. That's the focus, especially when Venus is still in Cancer. It will move into Leo. I don't know exactly when. We're not there yet. Okay, we're focusing on career, Libras. All right. So this is a feel good morning on Wednesday morning. This is a get shit done. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, Libra, if you have no idea what your passions are, like, start trying them. Start trying things out. This is you understanding maybe the job isn't meant for you anymore. I mean, that's what these Cancer moons do, is they're going to send you in the right direction when it comes to your growth and your expansion in career, because it's touching Jupiter, touching Venus. So go with your intuition. What do you desire? What do you desire, Libra? And then we have at 6:17 p.m., the moon will go into Leo. This is your 11th house. This is your hopes and dreams. And it will be making a trine to Saturn, sextile Uranus, trine to Neptune, and oppose Pluto, all from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's a lot of energy that the moon is giving here. But what I do love about this is a really good feel-good day, feel-good night to hang out with friends. I know it sounds so simple, but like hanging out with friends, doing something social, being social in a way that serves you. In a way that really just makes you feel good, Libra. Like, this is about your feel good energy. And the moon opposed Pluto, Pluto's in your 5th house. You guys are going through a really big transformation of where you're putting the power outside of yourself when it comes to your creativity. You guys are really being called to bring your inner child forward and let your inner child have a voice right now, Libras. So you're having this opposition, and the moon moves quick. But I would say hang out with friends, and then around 9 p.m., see you later. See you later. Because you have this beautiful trining energy, right? But then the moon opposes Pluto, and things can go a little awry between what you're trying to accomplish, your basically your joy and your creativity. It can play out in a way where you don't want to hang out anymore, but your friends really, really want to hang out, and they're trying to guilt trip you. I mean, it can be something as simple as that. Moon is simple transits, but just know that there is some tension happening after all these beautiful transits, especially the sextile to Gemini, which is going to be happening. I'm sorry. Yes, well, I'm right, but I said it wrong. Sextile to Uranus, that's in Gemini at 8:40 p.m. This is, this is just where you're growing, random growth, random opportunity. I mean, there's just a lot of random stuff, but the opposition of Pluto, just, say goodbye to your friends. Or if you're working on your hopes and dreams and you're working on creative projects, this is where you can get a creativity block as well. Say everything's going really great. If you don't want to hang out with friends, I mean, obviously that was just an example, but everything's going really great with your creativity, where you're growing, where you're expanding, but then all of a sudden, boom, you get a block. Just know that's hopping around 10 p.m. Just know that's the moon, Leo moon opposed Pluto. You might get a confidence hit, or a friend could say something to you that you're like, why are you saying that? It could trigger you. I mean, little things like that. So Thursday, the 21st, we have a Leo moon, and the Leo moon is going to be sextile Mars at 10:44 a.m. This is beautiful energy for you guys, okay? You guys got to make sure that you're Libras. You got to make sure that you're working out. When we have Mars in that first house or in a sign where we have prominent placements, we get built up energy, and it can come out in ways that don't serve us if we are not moving our body. So if you are a Libra that has been feeling the energy of Mars in the first house, just know at 10:44 a.m., if you're not working out and moving your body, you're really going to feel it. But a good way to exercise this is to put it towards your communities, your friend groups, and your hopes and dreams. That's a good way to utilize this energy at 10:44 a.m. And then the moon in Leo is going to conjunct Mercury at 1:13 p.m. You guys had this Mercury retrograde in your 11th house to really understand what community serves you, what community going forward serves you, and what community doesn't serve you anymore, as well as hopes and dreams, what serves you and what doesn't serve you, and for you to really understand your unique, amazing, just balanced ass self, And so this moon, Leo moon conjunct Mercury at 1:13 p.m. Central Standard Time is going to be an aha moment when it comes to your emotions. So whatever happened during this Mercury retrograde, this is a really great time to take 5 minutes. I know people have jobs. You know, you have to be there like 9 to 5, whatever it is. But give yourself 5-minute bathroom break. If you start to feel a little emotional, it's not bad emotion though. It's like good emotion. You can also feel like super freaking confident in like your mind and your direction and where you're going. You know, Libra, you're an air sign, Libra. We're an air sign, and air signs are all about intellect. And I know everybody talks about Libra being the sign of partnerships and relationships, but it's also about that intellect. So it is a good day to understand like where you're looking to direct your intellect and reflect on that Mercury retrograde in Leo that we had, Libra. Now, the sun is in Leo. You guys are going to go through a huge transition. I feel like I'm talking over myself a little. I get so excited when I get to the Libras. Okay. Because there's messages for me too. I know, right? I'm a Leo rising. Of course, I want to know all about me. But the Leo sun is at the 29th degree. You guys are going to be going through a huge shift when the sun moves into Virgo. Because when the sun moves into our 12th house, that is your 12th house, you are going to, more so for Libra risings, just because the first house rules the body. So if you're a Libra rising, you're going to feel the shift of energy, but you still have Mars in your first house as your saving grace, which is so beautiful. I remember when Mars was in Cancer in my 12th house. Or Cancer season. Anyways, I don't know. Okay, I gotta stop talking about myself. I was just thinking if there was an example there, but like the transits were so different. Just the way they're playing out for you, they're really playing out for you in your favor. So yes, you have the sun moving into Virgo, which is that 12th house where it can make you really tired and really drained, but you also have Mars in the first house. So if you've been feeling really uppity with this Mars and Libra energy, this might actually balance you out a little bit here. So but the Leo sun is going to be at the 29th degree, so halfway through Thursday on the 21st into halfway through Friday on the 22nd. The 29th degree can feel heavy, and because you have Mars in your first house in Libra, Libras, it can, if you're going through, I feel like that's too close, sorry. If you're going through something, Libras, it can feel heavy. It can feel like your mind's going nuts. It can feel like your body's going nuts. And that's why I know I sound so redundant, but you have to move your body. You do if you feel this way. Meditation is going to serve you wonders. You guys are about to go through a pretty big transformation with these eclipses and this new moon, which I'm about to talk about because it's the 12th house. The 12th house is one of those new moons / full moons that aren't at the most fun, but the 12th house is our perception. It's our subconscious beliefs. We run off of our subconscious beliefs. 95% of what we do is from those subconscious beliefs, and we don't even know it. So this is your time to set a new intention about where you know you've been holding yourself back in order for you to move forward and have the life that you desire or grow. You might desire, you might love your life already. I'm not saying that every Libra is miserable. I'm just saying that like the only thing constant in this universe is change and growth, right? So like where you're looking to grow, like no matter how much inner child healing or how much healing you do, it never freaking ends. We are constantly growing. We are constantly evolving. It's evolution. Like it just happens. So just keep that in mind. Give yourself grace. Halfway through Thursday into halfway through Friday into that transition into the sun in Virgo, give yourself grace, give yourself space, and just allow yourself to do whatever it is you need to do to feel centered and balanced, okay? Now, Saturday the 23rd, we have the Virgo new moon. This is happening at 1:07 a.m. And this energy just feels a little bit more chaotic for you guys. I mean, it's just that this new moon's squaring Uranus. It's squaring Uranus in Gemini. We haven't had Gemini, or Uranus in Gemini in 84 years. We're in, the only thing predictable about Uranus is it's unpredictable. And this is the first major new moon, full moon, making aspects to Uranus and Gemini. So this is like brand new energy. We are in a new time. And this is going to be squaring your subconscious beliefs and where you're growing and where you're expanding and your spirituality. Squares don't have to always be bad. It can be random. Uranus is good for that. Like, I've had things, Uranus squares, and they were good things. And I was like, I thought squares were bad. But Uranus just does whatever the hell Uranus wants to do. So I don't want you to go into this with fear. There is no fear for this new moon. If anything, you're just going to understand yourself on a deeper level and understand what new intention you really need to do in order to move forward in your life into growth and expansion into what serves you. So that's what I'm getting for that new moon. It's a new beginning on your mental health, new beginning on your subconscious beliefs, and it can feel a little heavy, but like I said, you guys have that saving grace with Mars in the first house. It gives you energy. I would say just Mars and Libra in general, and all Libra placements, just going to give you energy. And then Sunday the 24th, we're going to be feeling this new moon all weekend because the new moon's at 0 degrees, so the moon is going to be in Virgo for 2.5 days. So Sunday the 24th, we'll have a Virgo moon. And then at 2:15 a.m., the Sun square Uranus transit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling this energy when I do. Like my tummy gets a little bubbly and stuff. The Sun square Uranus, this could be insane freaking dreams, dude. Insane dreams at 2:15. So Saturday night, basically, or early Sunday morning, insane dreams. 9th house is spirituality. 12th house is the house of dreams. I'm just getting insane dreams for you, Libras. So pay attention to your dreams. And keep in mind, you have like 2.5 days to set this new intention. And it's going to coincide with the eclipse in Virgo that we're having on September 22nd, which is going to be at the 29th degree. So keep that in mind. But this is just, I just feel the energy, And Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury, and this new moon is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in Leo. So there's going to be a lot of confidence. This is going to be a big one for a lot of you Libras. If you're unsure of what subconsciously is holding you back, look at the word confidence. Look at where in your life maybe confidence wasn't given, or like somebody tried to tear down your confidence. Mostly usually in childhood, that happens. So a lot of this is an inner child work, shadow work, full moon. All right, Libras. After all that, pick one or two. I'm going to go into an energy pull for both of you, for one or two. So pick one, or card pull, whatever you want to call it. One or two, Libra. I do like Oracle, and then I do tarot, but I mostly kind of look at the images. Sometimes I look at I used to do tarot like back in the day. That's what got me into spirituality and all that shit like 4 years ago. But, astrology is more my calling. But I do have fun with cards. I like to have fun. So that's why I wanted to incorporate these. Energy pulls. Ooh, that one wanted 3. Libra, a lot of energy. Number ones. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to show this because I know that a lot of you are visual. Look at that. Diving deep into the subconscious, Libra. Let's flip the other ones over. All right, number one, some of you are confused, guarding your heart here, and confused about receiving and giving. That's what I'm hearing here. You're a little bit confused about what receiving means and what giving means. Like that's a little bit out of balance for number ones. Like when you were younger, were you taught to receive, or were you taught to just give, or vice versa? I've seen a lot in spiritual awakenings when people like get these aha moments, they really pull back and they become pretty self-absorbed. which is not a bad thing, because when we are, as Libras, so used to, like, being people pleasers, it's normal for us to pull back. I went through it. It's normal for us to pull back. But I hear number ones, you are ready to serve a little bit more, meaning that understanding that it's a little bit out of balance, this giving and receiving right now. And remember that, like, you are the one making the choices here. You are now the one making the choices. You are the leader. You are in the lead. So it's a little bit out of balance right now. And it's saying, are you giving too much or are you receiving too much? That's all I just keep hearing. Let's see if I can get. Sometimes when I get these messages, guys, you never know. You'll know if you're giving or receiving too much, but I am hearing specifically, like, good job, you pulled back, good job, you did it, but now it's time to work on that balance. So, all right, number twos. This is the card. You guys have, it's interesting because it's like different messages, but it's like the same card. I think as Aquarius. It's so interesting. Different top cards, but very similar. It's either Aquarius or Gemini. I can't remember. I do feel like Libra and Gemini have a lot of similar energies. I don't like when I channel. All right. These were these cards too. I just show the visuals. I just feel like, if you're an intuitive Libra and you get your own message from it, you do it. And also take what resonates, guys. Like, okay, that's another thing. Number twos. What is it you're actually looking to accomplish? What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? Not what makes other people happy, okay? Yes, other people's happiness can bring you happiness. That is true. But what brings just you happiness? Not looking at other people being happy. What do you actually desire? What is it? What brings you happiness? That's all I keep hearing. What brings you happiness, though? That's a loaded question. I feel like a lot for, like, this is like definitely if you've been going through it and understanding, sometimes we have to understand what we don't want in order to understand what we do want. So I totally understand that. But this is your time to shine, number twos. This is your time. Like, you've been really doing the subconscious work. You've been doing it. You've been doing the inner child work. You've been healing. You've been just... It's been a beautiful, I just see like such a beautiful transition, and you've been doing it. But now it's time to be like, okay, what makes me happy? What makes me happy? What do I desire? Dig into that. What did you want to do when you were 13? What did you want to do when you were 6? All of these have repeating themes. It might not be, like if you asked me, when my parents asked me when I was 4, what do I want to do? I was like, I want to be an ice cream truck driver, okay? Like, not literal, but like, I'm hearing that if you go back and look about what you wanted to do with your life, it could be raising a family. I don't know. Like, it doesn't have to be, but you guys are focusing on your career right now. That is a big thing in your public image. But what is it that you actually wanted to do? What common theme did all those things have in common? That's what I'm getting for number twos. All right, thank you so much, Libras. I will see you next week.